Hello, welcome to Blood Moon Oracle. Tonight we have a love reading. I was doing a little meditation. Um, During my meditation, I was just kind of like gazing into the fire and I kept seeing a heart. The fire kept making a heart and it kept pushing outward and then pushing back inward like a heart. I kept seeing a heart. And so I think Spirit has a message from the heart, a message about love for us tonight. And so I did a spread. Tonight I'm using a few different specialty decks. One is the Tarot of the Heart, all about divining love. Heavy on this tonight. Listen, heavy on it. And this is from Liz Dean. And the illustrations are from Oliver Burston. And then I'm also doing my Clarity Tarot as well for the tarot. And so the Oracle is the Love Oracle and the Clarity Tarot. And so let's get started. Welcome to Blood Moon Oracle. Make sure you like, share, comment. If you're in the room, it costs nothing to support, and so all of the support would be appreciated. Just hit the like button, even if you're going to be here for a minute. This is general, so, don't try to make it fit if it doesn't. If it doesn't, it's okay. There will be other messages coming. If you want to share with me anything, if you want a personal reading, here is my email. Completely open for you to hit me up if you choose to. And so let's get started. This is all about the energy of love tonight, okay? I hope you guys are well. And so, as I said, I did spread out my spread just for the sake of time, because y'all know how I can go in. And so Temperance came out first. And immediately, all this messaging started coming out when Temperance came out, like for whoever you are. Right now seems to be something you're working out, like that feels a little conflictual, but you're doing it peacefully. It feels like you're doing it peacefully and flawlessly too. Because Temperance is very balanced, very patient, calm. And Temperance is poised and gentle. There's a little bit of conflict, I feel like, that you're working out. And I also got, when I pull this out, that people have a problem with you. They do. They have a problem with you. There's something about you that triggers people. Kind of in the wrong way, but at the same time in the right way, in a good way. Like you cause people to look at themselves. And there's something about you that caused them to be insecure, right? Look at her. And it's not that you are like drop dead gorgeous. It's not even that. Because I feel like you could definitely be like a plain Jane, but in their eyes, there's something about you that feels like exquisite. They see you as exquisite and even Hasidity. Like there's something about you that's like high level in their eyes. And there's something about you that makes them clutch their pearls. Like when you come around or when they think about you, they squeeze their possessions tight. You intimidate them. And there's something about being afraid, like they're fearful of you taking what they have, even though you could care less and you don't even bit more, think of what it is that they have like that. This is how people are feeling about you. That's what I got when Temperance came out. Now, I did clarify it with some tarot. We got the Lovers and we have the Five of Swords. This is why I said and this came out too. And I was like, that just confirmed it. Conflict around love, conflict. And so overall, though, I feel like your environment is peaceful. Your environment is peaceful with the Lovers. The Lovers is balanced. Your environment is well put together. And it seems like you're very much focused on like your own business, probably creating something. You could probably be like totally focused on work, making something happen for yourself. This could be you just constantly working to keep your life together, right? You're very particular right now, too, when it comes to life and who you're connecting with. You could be a little bit guarded even and very protected as well. I feel like if love was an object, it would definitely be like a magnifying glass right now because you are paying attention to everything, right? You're zoning in, like you're super aware of everything that's happening around you, every little detail. See how she looking? She doing her work, but she watching too. Ain't nothing getting by. Look, I got my eye on you. Listen. And so you're very aware right now. And I feel like your environment is very peaceful too. Like you are very content right now. It almost feels like right where you're supposed to be, especially with the Lovers. Very balanced energy. But there's something about you like that makes people feel a little bit insecure. That's what I'm getting. There could be somebody that you're around right now that feels that way right now. The Wheel of Fortune came out for what is currently like on your mind. Maybe you're asking questions around this energy. I feel like you could be kind of in thought. Maybe lately you've been thinking about what could have been, or if you're actually aligned with your destiny. The Wheel of Fortune talks about unfolding. It's a card about destiny and about energy. The Wheel of Fortune feels like time and things, like I said, are unfolding. And it's almost too kind of like about cross paths. You see all of these different little gadgets that are going. It's almost like, crossing paths. And I'm even getting seasons too. Seasons could be a part of this energy at play that you're thinking about right now. That's coming up here. And seasons could very well talk about, things you've encountered and, revelations that you're having lately, enlightened moments you're having about love right now. On this card too, we have these 4 creatures in the corner, and every Wheel of Fortune has them, or it appears in a certain way. They're very symbolic, right? Let you see them. So we have the man, the eagle, the bull, and the lion, the 4 creatures. And these they're considered 4 holy 4 creatures, represent evangelists bringing a particular message or kind of like an announcement or a lesson around love. And then on the upper side is you see this little shape up here, and then there's one on the bottom. So on the upper side of the wheel, this is the side that represents the light of consciousness. The bottom represents our subconsciousness. And these are all kind of like creating this whole experience. These two create the whole experience around love, right? And so you could be pretty much thinking in terms of where you are right now and how things are unfolding, and, you know, how that lands in relation to destiny, to your destiny overall. That could be very much what you're thinking about. And so when I clarify this, the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups came out. Very cute little pair. Cute little high level, high vibing couple here. I like it. Very mature. And so you could be making connections and wondering, making mental, connections, and kind of wondering about some kind of connection that you've had in the past. Or it could be present. It could be potential connections, right, that you're thinking about, but you're definitely thinking of destiny, your destiny, how things are unfolding as it pertains to relationships, connection, love, the potential of it. Being that this came out, the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, very mature energy, right? One of them is kind of grounded and stable. One of you is probably very slow burning with the energy, not quick to move, but just kind of standoffish and not in a rush. There's something that you enjoy about just watching things unfold very slowly, like a slow burn. And the other is the Queen of Cups is a more passionate energy, and it's given to love, very watery energy. Now, both of you, I feel like, are thoughtful, as I'm seeing him holding these flowers and a coin. This is somebody that's probably divided between their work and love, but, committed. And then I'm seeing her holding the cup of love, right? Both of you are very thoughtful. I feel like one is possibly very thoughtful in the way of knowing and tapping into the other and knowing what they desire and what they want, and doing that. The other, I feel like, is tapped into to themselves. They're tapped into being present and very attuned to self. But it's a good energy combination, in my opinion. But you are definitely in your head about love. All kinds of messages probably coming towards you like crazy. I also pulled out the Judgment. Okay. Now, when I look at the Judgment is talking about it's almost like being shocked. You see how she has her hand on her chest? She's like, what? Me? Me? You talking about me? There's the energy of being shocked, right? Being shocked in some type of way. And I feel like, being that the trumpets are blowing above them, it's almost like some great moment, some great epiphany, some great announcement that's happening This is coming in, as this energy that you are struggling or challenged by. There's something that you're shocked about. And it's almost like coming to the realization that it almost feels like you're asking, are you sure you're talking to me? Are you sure? And almost having a difficult time accepting this, what you're hearing, what's being told or revealed to you. Almost like you're being shown or being offered something that you've always thought of as a dream or just kind of like wishful thinking. But then coming to realize that it's being offered to you, or there's some announcement that this is for you. It wasn't just a dream. Like there's some shock factor, some shock element coming out here. And then when I pulled the tarot, I pulled the Four of Cups, the Four of Wands. So we have 4 out here. The healing energy comes through 4. And we have the 10 of Pentacles. And so, first of all, let me say with the Four of Cups, it's as if Spirit has been trying to give you something, right? Look at this cup. It's almost like Spirit is trying to give you something, but you've been rejecting it or you keep declining it. Maybe you've been content with love and just accepting some illusion that that's all there is when it comes to love. Like it doesn't really get any better than it is. But the Four of Wands comes through, okay? The Four of Wands comes through and offers happiness. The Four of Wands offers comfort. It offers support and stability and celebration. It even offers like a firm sense of foundations. Fours are all about stability and foundations and being grounded and rooted and firm. And this is what is being offered, right? And following the Four of Wands is the 10 of Pentacles. Security, connection, legacy, just complete joy. And then I'm looking too, I see like in the back, when you see that in the back? And so there's something about contractual commitment, family that comes up in the shadows back here. And then in the forefront, there's the contrast of generations to kind of show the enjoyment of life through the birthing of generations to come, right? And so this is the realization that's so unbelievable. That's just causing this wow, this awe moment. And this is the realization that you've been given, kind of like a higher expectation of experiences to come. And one that you can and that you will be proud of. You will. The Four of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles. You will. And so I get the sense that this could be the energy that's coming in kind of like as a struggle or as a shock. It's like, what? Like, you're completely shocked at even the thought of this being possibly even you. Let's see. Then I have the Justice coming out, which talks about what comes through without even realizing that it pops up here. What comes through without even realizing it? And so the energy of the justice is clarified with the Two of Swords and the Strength card. Now, when we talk about the justice, along your path, okay, comes justice. If there has been like things that have attempted or that has set you off course, it's going to be made right. Okay. This comes in as what'll be popping up, right? These things will be popping up, these occurrences, these opportunities, these situations are going to pop up that you know nothing about. This is stuff that is completely beyond you. And in this case, because the justice comes out, it's definitely working on your behalf. And this is stuff that you may not even realize is happening around you when it pertains to love, your love life. And if there are possibly things that have kicked you off of your path, right? Justice comes to bring you back around to where you're supposed to be. It comes to make things right and to equal the playing field, to balance things out, to set things back in right perspective. And so I feel like this is saying that there will definitely be times where you will stand in the balances. You will, after holding fast in your power or standing up in your truth courageously and acting out of that too. That's going to place you in difficult spaces. And your decision around love may not always be smiled upon. However that plays out for each of us, for each of you that are resonating with this. You may even act out of survival instincts at points in time in your life and completely void of any kind of thought about what you're doing. Now, when that happens, justice says that you will be advocated. Okay? You will be advocated, especially in cases where you've been mistreated. Doubly so, you will be advocated. But even this is going to serve as a teaching moment for you, because when I look at the Strength card and the Swords, we're talking about aligning with yourself and possibly uncovering like a whole nother you. The Strength followed by the Two of Wands. This is like some process that you're undergoing that's going to fold back some layers. It's like peeling back an onion. You see this little Xfinity sign above the Strength? Those are lessons. Those are cycles. That's experience in motion. That's doing it as many times as necessary until you get it right, and having the grace to do that. But when you do that, right, this is taking off the blindfolds. You see the Two of Swords? She has on blindfolds. There's something that she's not seeing, either, by will. Maybe she's willfully blinding herself, or just by not knowing, right? But she's blindfolded. There's something that she's not seeing before these things arise. But through these things, she becomes friends. Not only friends, but she masters her own challenges and difficulties. This also says the Swords followed by the The strength followed by the Two of Swords says there's going to be times where, I don't know why I'm stuttering. It says there's going to be times where things will come, your growth will be slowed down. The process will be slowed down so that you can actually be placed in a position to make sure that you come out with clarity and that you come out with confidence. Okay. The strength followed by the Two of Swords. You will come out better. No matter how this is flipped or whatever you want to call it, you're going to come out on top and successful. Lastly, we have the Hanged Man. This is how everything comes to a head when it comes to love for you. And the Hanged Man takes us into a little bit of a theological bit, because when we look at the Hanged Man, which is also clarified by the Judgment and the Eight of Cups, this combination, starting with the Hanged Man, says that you are going to have a long span of time, possibly for some of you, where things actually take their time coming into fruition. It may not happen overnight. This is definitely a process. It's definitely a process with the Hanged Man. A few things are happening with this Hanged Man here. Okay. Number one, with the Hanged Man, this talks about your perspective, like your your inner perspective, how you're seeing the world, like your worldview is actually changing during this process. That's the first thing that's happening in Hanged Man position. While things feel like they're at a standstill or going really slow. Remember, we said one of the things that may happen as a result of justice taking place, right? This is all it's all meshed together, happening at the same time. This is destiny happening when it comes to love for you. While justice is taking place and things are slowing down and you're going through processes and learning and coming out and peeling back the onion, right? This is also things being slow as well. Same energy, but different perspective. It's a little bit deeper. And so your worldview is changing at this time. Your whole perspective is changing while things are at a pause. Now, the second thing that's happening with the Hanged Man is something is coming to an end, while something is also being born spiritually. For some reason, when I was pulling these cards, what came out was spiritual sight, okay? For someone, spiritual sight. While you're waiting, there's some developing or some gifting of spiritual sight. Clairvoyance is being born. While things are ending, there's something being born right at the same time. Secondly, that's what's happening. Now, he's hanging upside down, as you can see, which means that he's able to see things like from a different view. Like there's a whole different way that he's seeing things. And it's not like everybody else is seeing them. There's something completely different. There's a whole different angle, right? So we're talking about vision and vision, both of them. There's something changing with the way you're seeing while you're going through this while you're incubating and, transforming. And so there's something that he's seeing differently. Now, the third thing that's happening with the hangman being hung on a tree. Yeah, he's on a tree, right? Being hung on a tree. And without being too spiritual, because I don't want to go too deep, I might lose some of y'all. Being rerouted from the current destination to a new one. That's what's happening here. There's renewals and reversals that are taking place while he's hanging on this tree. There's little buds. There's like new life represented in the leaves. There's little buds being budded on the leaves. And so there's something that is being renewed and reversed when it comes to love for you. While you're waiting, while you're stuck in this position and processing, right? Love situations will literally be turned around. The hangman. Now, when we look at the Eight of Cups specifically, the Eight of Cups says that you're swiping the plate clean and you're taking your losses and you're moving forward. You're just, swiping everything clean and you've decided, hey, I've done that, got the t-shirt for it, right? You're willing to take your losses and keep it moving is what the Eight of Cups says. You desire something higher. You're moving to higher ground, especially in light of the judgment that comes back around again. Right? Remember, we had the judgment before that was in the challenge position. You being able to understand, like, me? From spirit? Really? For me? Yes, for you. So this hangman is helping you to understand, like, the beauty of this situation and the limitlessness of the situation that has been designed for you. It's coming out again. What you were destined for this whole time. The big aha moment, right? So when it comes to love, this is for someone. And I felt like a special calling to give a love message, but not just any love message. This is like serious, right? Somebody is asking questions about connections, about how they fit in when it comes to love and why they don't fit in when it comes to love. And so it gave a little bit here and there. I think it's a beautiful message for whoever this resonates with. This is for you. This is for you. And I love this for you. And so be encouraged when it comes to love. There's something special that's being specially crafted. And you're it. You are being specially crafted in light of this situation that's being specially arranged and designed for you, right? Spirit is saying, I have something just for you. And yes, you're worthy of it. And so I'm going to arrange everything around you and what you need, right? This is all for you. And so like, share, comment. That's all I have when it comes to love tonight. I'll see you all at my next message. If you want to hit me up in my email, send me an email, say, hey. If you're looking for a personal, you can do that too, okay? That's all I have tonight. It's my encouragement this evening. Thank you for stopping by. And be encouraged in love. Till next time, Blood Moon Oracle coming with encouragement of the day. around love.